Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep. Welcome back to the Butcher's Circus. Today we are going to be playing something very silly because I feel like we've been a little bit too competitive, a little bit too serious recently. So I'm going to be bringing the worst character in the Butcher's Circus with the worst trinkets as well. So here we have a Hellion and she is bringing the Ankh of Life and also the Sanity's Bane. So both these trinkets are really bad, and I'll get into why in just a second. So it looks like we're playing against the stress team, so I'm just gonna start off with balls, or just keep it simple. And this Hellion right here, why is she the worst character? Let's start off with that. Well, in terms of damage output, she really sucks because Wicked Hack is a horrible ability. Iron Swan is pretty bad as well. They're not very good death blow dealt chances. They're decent, but they're not almost confirmed like the Bounty Hunters finish him. And their reach is also not too good, because to use Iron Swan you have to be in position 1, and that's probably not going to happen. And to use Wicked Hack you can only use it against positions 1 and 2, so that's not too good. Other than that, she has really bad move resistance and really bad resistances to bleed and blight, which is obviously horrible, because I mean she's just gonna get blighted out and she's just gonna get slammed to the back. And what happens when she gets slammed to the back or she gets disrupted? Well, she has to use Breakthrough, and Breakthrough is a really bad ability. It has a bad accuracy base. It doesn't do a lot of damage. It does do some decent damage if you have like Hemlock trinkets to make it blight, or if you have like a lot of damage setup, but it dazes yourself and it debuffs your damage, and that daze, like that self-daze, just sucks so much. It's okay on the Flashman because his abilities heal him a lot and they're super good, but on the Hellion, oh, it sucks so much. Her self-heal is absolutely laughable. It cures bleed and blight and debuffs, and it does heal 4 HP, so it definitely could be worse, but just 4 HP means that you're just gonna get stunned most likely. If you're playing against like if you're playing against a Mark team with damage, what's going to happen is you're going to get stunned and you're going to go right back down to 0 HP. And if you're playing against a stress team, it's not even going to matter, because a Hound's Harry and you're back to 0 HP once you act again. So curing the bleed isn't even going to do anything. And other than that, what is there to be said about Hellion? Well, there's if it bleeds, which 80 accuracy base, damage mod sucks, bleed chance average, and bleed amount just mediocre. It's really not a good ability. I'm gonna use Rejuvenating Vapors here. So that's like the Hellion in a nutshell. She has one good ability, which is Yop. It does some decent stress, it applies minus accuracy debuffs, and you can't be repulsed. So this is like the one good move she has. And Bleed Out is okay. It has a lot of crit mod and it has a lot of damage mod, and the bleed is more reasonable. It's just that the accuracy absolutely sucks, and it also dazes yourself. So once again, a horrible ability, but it could be worse. It could most definitely be worse. And in terms of trinkets, we have the Ankh of Life, which is plus 8% death blow resist, which you can't really tell if it's going to make a difference, because it won't. It's really not going to make a difference. And why is that? Well, if you're playing against stress teams, you're going to get hard attacked anyway. And if you're playing against teams like what my opponent has here, which kind of have like a Bounty Hunter with Finish Him and Finisher, that 8% isn't going to make a difference. You're still going to get death blowed. And 10 dodge at Death's Door is so situational. I mean, you're always going to go to Death's Door, so 10 dodge is always useful. But why wouldn't you run Monkey's Paw over this? Because that's going to give you 15 dodge permanent, and it's going to give you 8 accuracy. And 8 accuracy is a lot better than 8% death resist. It's really a horrible trinket. Most of the time it's going to be totally useless, and that's just something that you shouldn't use. You really shouldn't use that. So I'm going to pick my Flagellant right now, go for another Rain of Sorrows. I didn't mention, but I did fail a bleed on this doggy with his 5% bleed res, so what can I say? It shouldn't matter too much, honestly. And then we have Sanity's Bane, which is even worse of a trinket, because most matches it's not even going to make a difference, because it only works against afflicted characters, and there's no guarantee that you're actually going to have your character alive to actually use this trinket when the enemy characters are afflicted, because, well, they can just be focused down, or they can not make use of this all that well, but they're probably going to be focused down first. Or like, can you imagine running a trinket just to have it be effective only by round 6? It's just terrible. It's a horrible idea. You should never do it. You really shouldn't do it. It's okay, like, reasonably okay on characters like the Antiquarian, because you can keep her alive for long with your take cover, and then I guess if you're really playing a heavy duty stress team, then this is going to be good for that death blow dealt chance. And the accuracy is nice too, so it has some interesting stats, let me tell you that much. 25% stun skill chance is very interesting on a trinket like this. I don't know what you'd run this with, maybe a doggy for the Hound's Airy, but yeah, it's weird. If Yop was like a daze, I mean a double daze, can you imagine a double daze? That would be useless, but can you imagine if Yop still stunned? That would be so good. That would make the Hellion an actually okay character. I can start to use Festering Vapors here, or I can start using, or I can keep using Rejuvenating. I think I'm gonna go Festering because I have used the command buff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So Hellion down and explained. I'm gonna go ahead and go in more into detail into the rest of the team. So this is just a team that's trying to kind of like synergize relatively okay-ish with the Hellion. So we have a Man-at-Arms to kind of help us with damage teams to just spam that bellow, and also to give us bolster and command buffs, because they will be very helpful. In terms of healing, we have the Centigrade with the regen. She's also very difficult to kill because of the take cover and the force guard, so that's fine. Then we have a Flashlight Cult of Absolution, not too easy to kill either. So overall, quite a tanky team, especially with this regen, and it's gonna have pretty good matchups. Really, the weak link here is the Hellion, but well, we're gonna see if she can do anything. I'd actually like to play this team with a Crusader. I feel like that would be pretty good, because then you have regen, you have Flagellant heals, and you have a Crusader with direct heals, and you still have a guard. So your defense is like impeccable while you're putting out the decent offense with Bellow and the casual Festering Vapors, and maybe even the Zealous and the Rain of Sorrows or Punish if you decide to run Reclaim instead. But not having that Crusader, I just have to keep using this Yelp, and it is definitely doing stress. But against the bolster buff, oh, it takes ages. And why do I really dislike Yelp? Well, it gives minus accuracy, that's true, but it can be flared away, and if you're running Hellion, you're probably gonna be running Man-at-Arms, because most stress teams are gonna need a Man-at-Arms, because Man-at-Arms is just awesome. So if you do have a Man-at-Arms, that means you're applying 2 debuffs at the same time. So if there's an Arbals to cure those debuffs, or a Crusader to cure those debuffs, they're just all going to be removed immediately. And that is very, very bad, because that's the kind of teams that you have a hard time against already. So giving them more value out of their flare is not something you really want to do. But the stress is decent. And another reason why Yelp maybe isn't that good is that if you compare it to Zealous, it does have 20 more accuracy. But one thing it doesn't have is crit chance. You're never ever gonna get a crit, and you're never ever gonna do any direct damage. So wow, that was a full-on hairy miss without any accuracy debuffs on that Houndmaster. What were the chances of that? 85 hit chance, right? 85 base, so 75, 65, 70, and I guess that one's the lowest at 45. Missing all of those, not too lucky, I'm gonna have to say, not too lucky. Are we actually losing the stress race here? Yeah, I guess this is a pretty slow team, because, you know, again, Hellion. But nah, the other characters aren't doing that much stress either. The Flagellant doesn't even have Crimson Hook, so Rain of Swords is like tickling right now, it's only doing DOT damage. And Antiquarian with this setup, or Festering Vapors, is also just tickling. And Man-at-Arms Bellow, once again, it can't crit, so it's gonna do some reliable stress, but it's never gonna wow you with the amount of stress that it outputs. That only hit one character, and it did 4 stress total. Surprisingly, wow, how do you even do that much? How did you do 14 stress? That's actually kind of insane. Oh, I guess it's Pitfighter's Helm and Carnival Mask with that debuff just coming in clutch. Well, that's interesting. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. I'm gonna drop a Bellow here, just keep applying debuffs. That's almost Afflictions. 2 Festering Vapors, and that's gonna be Afflictions. And the good thing about this team is that it does have a Hellion, but it does have a Flagellant, so it has the best and the worst that the Butcher's Circus has to offer. So having a Flagellant Cult of Absolution means you're just gonna have a pretty easy matchup against these kinds of teams. And that's nice. But if you did run against a damage team, you'd still have a Hellion to apply debuffs, and she does have decent stun resistance, so I'll say she's actually pretty okay against Crusaders, because of her stun resistance and her debuffs actually being kind of difficult to deal with, as long as the RNG doesn't screw you over, and it probably will. But if it doesn't, then it's like the best time she can ever have. It really is. And the Flagellant, of course, so this is like counter to damage teams, counter to stress teams, and put like big quotation marks on, or like, no, take that counter to damage teams with a huge, like a humongous grain of salt. Because I'm not going to say the Hellion is the counter to damage teams, because she really isn't. How do you counter damage teams? Honestly, it's kind of like a situation of if you can't beat them, join them, and that's going to be a surrender from Magne22. That's understandable. You're playing against a Flagellant. This was like I think an Apprentice 2 player or something, so that's totally understandable. Let's move on to the next match. Alright, and here we are again, and now we are playing against an opponent that has quite an interesting name. I'm just gonna call them the male counterpart to the chicken, and they love it, they absolutely love it. And they are playing, wait a second, I played against this not too long ago, or I played with this not too long ago. It's a Jester with well-tuned loot. Oh, that is nasty, that is actually so nasty. Okay, let's see how this goes. Because I think this is actually going to be a pretty nasty team to deal with right here. But I'm glad I did the one trinket change that I did. So I changed out my Flagellant's Crown of Thorns for a Pit Fighter's Helm. And you might be asking, Shep, what the hell? Why are you bringing a Pit Fighter's Helm on your Flagellant? Well, someone told me that if you put on, what's it called, the Gladiator's Helm, which gives you 5 max HP and 10 prot, that it's actually pretty decent on the Flagellant, because it makes you tanky as heck. And something that the Flagellant kind of looks like he looks tanky, but he really isn't. But with the Gladiator's Helm, he actually gets 41 HP and 20% prot, so that's just as, like, almost or just as tanky as a Crusader, depending if you're playing against armor piercing or not. But with a Pit Fighter's Helm, you get 30 prot, and you get 10% stressed out on top, so I'm hoping that the Strain of Sorrows comes in clutch. That's going to be a start with Battle Bouts, so I guess I'm pretty much going to be down 1 yob for the rest of the match, but that's okay. And I really just failed a 5% debuff chance, by the way. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I mean, a 95% debuff chance. He got a 5% resist. I mean, what can I do? I am running Ankh of Life, Sanity's Bane. I can't really do too much. That's going to be a 10 slam, so the Pit Fighter's Helm is most definitely doing something here. And this is going to be quite an interesting matchup. And why is that? Well, the problem here is that I'm going to kind of fail horribly in terms of stress output, because Jester with Inspiring Turn is kind of just gonna clear everything. If there was a bolster, I would definitely be screwed trying to win this through stress. But since there's no bolster, I might actually have a chance of winning it through stress. I would have to win by just doing DOT eventually, and just having it be quite a prolonged match. But I might be able to get some afflictions going here. And what I do have on my side is the fact that he doesn't have a lot of guard breaks. It's only the Dirk Stab and the Transform Slam from this Abomination. So I will be able to use my Men-at-Arms to go for some nasty defenders, and I do have regen, I do have debuffs, and I do have 30 prot on this Flagellant. So he's looking pretty nasty, and of course I have Bellow debuffs, and who doesn't love Bellow debuffs against the Leper? It's just so devastating to use Bellow against the Leper, because you just can't do anything about it. Leper already sucks against prot, and you debuff his damage even further with his 5% debuff resist. I think that's lowest possible in the Circus. Yeah, it definitely is. That is the absolute lowest debuff res. That's lower than the A-Bomb, lower than the Arbalest, lower than the Crusader, lower than the Bounty Hunter, all those other damage characters. But even with minus 40% damage, if you get lucky enough, you might just roll for my entire health bar. Not my entire health bar, but close to it. That's very close to it, dangerously close to it. And I do not appreciate that. I'm gonna drop another Rejuvenating Vapors. Maybe a mistake, maybe one is enough, but I'd rather do it this way. And now, depending on what you do, I will still be able to just heal myself out of this or the Hellion. So I would... Oh, actually, I forgot to mention last match, but what trinkets would I actually use with the Hellion if you actually want to make her work and not bring these two? Well, I would definitely run her Bone Vest, like her special trinket, because it does give her... it does give her 10% prot, it gives her more stress dealt, it gives her more stress taken, but that's okay. And the prot and the stress dealt is really what you're after. It's a decent trinket for that, and it gives you more death blow res, so there goes the whole point of using Ankh of Life. But if you look at it right now, I have plus 10 dodge from the trinket, so that could actually come in clutch, but against plus 40 accuracy, I'm not too sure. There was actually a bleed applied, but I don't think that matters all that much. Do I heal? Here's the question. You know what? I'm gonna go for heal. I'm gonna go for preemptive heal. And why is that? Well, I'm gonna cure the bleeds. I'm gonna give myself an accuracy buff, which isn't gonna matter because there's like 5 dodge maximum here, so that's definitely not gonna matter. But it would matter if my opponent decided to go Dirk Stab into Retribution, but that's not even possible. But I still think this is okay because now Dirk Stab probably won't do enough. There's a Bellow debuff, so I'm hoping that it does something. Do I want to get riposted is the question. Not really. I'd rather just bleed one of these two. Do I want to bleed the Leper or bleed the A-Bomb? I think the Leper is more dangerous because, you know, revenge and damage output, so I'm gonna punish him. I'm gonna apply a nice bleed, and I didn't see how much stress that actually did, but it should have dealt like, I don't know, like 13? Yeah, it's really not that much, and yeah, you can forget stress. We're never gonna win this through stress. I'm not gonna guard right now because wait, actually, am I not gonna guard right now? I could guard right now and stay safe. Because then even if you slam, then I just regen out and I go breakthrough, right? Then I might eat a riposte for it, and the riposte might actually do enough damage. I think that my play right now is actually just to drop another Bellow, you know, just keep doing stress overall, keep forcing that Jester to use that that well-tuned loot, and just keep applying debuffs, just keep on applying those debuffs, and eventually things are gonna be a-okay for me, I hope. So yeah, having some prot here would be nice, so definitely the Bone Vest, and then you could either bring Eerie Eye, which is what we have on the Man Arms here. We have the 12 accuracy and debuff skill chance, so always nice to have with a character that wants to debuff. And ouch, that actually hurts quite a bit. Did I not pulse through? No, I didn't. Yeah, I've just been using Bellow. Makes sense, right? Well, there's 2 ripostes now. I don't think I can fetch String Vapors anymore. Yeah, I'd run either Eerie Eye or I'd run maybe just another trinket like Pit Fight or something, so you have double prot and double stress dealt. That wouldn't be too bad. Maybe Carnival Mask as well for even more stress dealt. That would be okay. I think that right now we quick, okay. Okay, just barely. We get a punish off on this Leper, and we do get the bleed. I just noticed that the bar was like over there already, so I just went quick, like with I put my finger on the trigger, and I just clicked that flagellant, and I put my index finger on the one, just ready to click it as soon as possible. And that's bleed. It's definitely gonna take away even a few guards. It's gonna take away at like, I think 15, maybe 14. So it's definitely gonna hurt him. It's most definitely gonna hurt him. And now I can get debuffs on that Man at Arms, but do I wanna? I'm not too sure yet. Do I wanna start going Festering Vapors? I don't think it's that good of an idea. I'm gonna use Repulse for it. It's probably not gonna hurt that much, but honestly just regen here and we're fine. I think regen is fine. Are we actually losing in terms of stress? Are we actually losing in terms of stress output? I think we are, surprisingly. But that's one transformation gone on that A-bomb, so that's nice. It's probably gonna be a Hue right now. Yeah, there he goes. That might actually be a mistake, because that's giving my Flagellant access to his lower HP abilities, but I'm probably just gonna regen out of it anyway, like this Hellion here. Look at the amount of regen she has. If only you could, like, convert that, you know? I'd love to convert that into 27 HP right now, but what can I do? I'm gonna drop another Yelp for that okay-ish stress output. That's 20 on the A-bomb. He's gonna get afflicted soon. He's actually gonna get afflicted soon. Or not. Or not. I hate it so much. Oh, I absolutely hate it. There's also Numbing Incense on the Man Arm, so I can forget ever afflicting him. And the biggest problem here is that this Jester is gonna buff up until like round 6, and then he's just gonna move forward 3 positions and finale me. But I will have at least 30 prot on the flash, so it's gonna be pretty difficult to finale me if you want to. Do I just... How do I win this match? This is so annoying. I think I just keep doing stress and keep missing that gesture too, of course, most of course. How many damage debuffs do we have right now? -3. Oh yes, plus 25% damage while guarded. That's not good. That means he's definitely gonna do enough damage onto this Hellion right now. I don't think it would matter all that much, though. He's definitely gonna do 6 with that revenge buff, and also Gladiator's Mask. Yeah, it's just difficult to deal with. And has he gotten a single... Have I gotten a single dodge? I don't think so. Yeah, I actually don't think so. The op debuffs really aren't helping me. I think I'm gonna go for a punish here. It's gonna be a little bit of a weird punish, but I'm gonna go for this A-bomb because he's gonna be forced to heal himself after that. Let's get the blight on me, but that should be okay. And yeah, we're gonna start taking away at him. And the biggest advantage I have here is that my opponent doesn't have any sort of healing abilities other than Absolution and Solemnity. And as we all know, both of those are very, very limited. It's only 2 uses. But it's gonna be Hugh doing a surprisingly small amount of damage, only an 8 and a 9. I'm pretty surprised by that. I don't even have any prot on the Hellion. I guess that the debuffs really are helping out. Let's drop another Yop here, and that's almost Afflictions. Almost Afflictions. The Jester's gonna have to keep using that well-tuned loot. Yeah, he's gonna have to keep rolling for it. If I were him, I would probably still drop it on the A-bomb, because the Man at Arms does have that numbing instance, so he should be okay. And right now, I think we do have to keep spamming regen. As kind of boring as it seems, it's really a good play because it's helping us counter the damage that's being output right now. And if you want to keep spamming that beast spile, well, I can just keep spamming regen and I overtake you eventually. But I think he's gonna get an affliction first, though. I think he's definitely gonna get an affliction on me first. It's gonna be the Hellion as well. Sadly, very, very sadly for us. One thing I just realized is that with Wicked Hack and Sanity's Bane, you actually have a plus 55% death blow dealt chance on the character that's afflicted. So plus 55, that would make it an 80% chance, so still not confirmed. Still pretty far from it, but okay. Oh, I actually went for Manacles. Consider me surprised. With my 55 stun resistance, it's actually pretty good, yeah. I'm gonna go for another punish here, and I think that's gonna be enough to... Yeah, that's definitely gonna be enough. Makes the Abomination tick down to 0, so you can expect some Solemnities to come in soon. Of course, don't forget that well-tuned loot, or, you know, the Inspiring Tune also reduces stress taken on the character that you cure stress on, so it's definitely a good ability to kind of prevent stress on a single character. It's a really good ability if you have especially if you have the well-tuned loot. It helps. It gives -9 stress, but it does give -20% stress taken on the Jester as well, and -20 stress taken is a lot. That is a whole lot. But he does finale debuff himself for plus 100, so it's still not great. It's still not too great. I think that the play right now... Oh, I can actually regen myself for 15. That's so cool. Crit 18. That's nice. I think that was a crit 18, right? Yeah. I'm gonna drop another bell, so that's still 3 bell debuffs on the Leper, and now no more damage buffs apart from the Revenge. So he really shouldn't be doing all that much to my Flash. Maybe I should have dropped the regen first. Oh, he's gonna go Retribution. He misses, get wrecked. Finally, we get a miss, -30 accuracy. Finally, it's been so long. And by so long, I mean, since last match. Yeah, it's been since last match for my opponent to actually get a miss here. That's so surprising. That is so surprising. I guess guarding the Leper was a very good idea. That's going to be a Beast Smile that's going to do enough damage, right? And it's going to be an Affliction too. But I have 15 regen right now, so I should be okay. Let's see, what do I get? Hopeless. Hopeless is pretty bad. I think it has a 10% chance of moving either forward or backwards. Please. Yeah, it also has a pass chance, so there you go. It's going to be an immediate pass. But at least we do regen out of their stores, so I guess Hellion did what she had to. Maybe he doesn't do 9 damage. Honestly, he probably shouldn't do 9 damage because he's at their store. But I think that you just go Solemnity here. Oh no, he's gonna go Chop. Oh, he does enough with that Chop. Oh, that's scary. But I do get to go first this round too, so I can just click here again, and now I can act. Yeah, there we go. Now I can do something. Do I have any way of bypassing that card? I have Festering Vapors, and that's it. Yeah, Festering Vapors is already pretty good though. And if I do say so myself, Ankh of Life will be giving us some dodge at this door. I mean, Hopeless is reducing 5 dodge, but I guess the Ankh is countering that. It's such a silly setup. Honestly, playing this or no Trinkets right now would have been the exact same. So yeah, take that as you will. Take that as you will. It's been totally useless. Kind of like the Hellion, you know. I don't see this Yelp doing too much for me. If I had like a Doggy with Hounsari right here, or a Crusader, or an Abomination to actually transform, this match would have been very, very different. But what can I do? Well, you're gonna take the Death Door. If you want to heal, then I'm just gonna punish you again. So that's a wonderful play for me. Other than that, I think I really want to get rid of that second transform. I really do. Other than that, I think a Bellow here is gonna be the play. Get him closer to those afflictions. Keep making that Jester have to go for permanent heals with the Inspiring Tune. But he's really close to just doing a lot of damage to that finale. Let's see, how many buffs is he gonna have? Plus 240% damage and plus 48 crit, so that's pretty much a confirmed crit chance, actually. Nah, it's not confirmed. I think he has 9 base and plus 8 from the finale, right? Or is it plus 7? I think it's plus 8. Or is it plus 9? Nah, it's plus 9. I'm sorry, it's plus 9. So it's a 17% chance plus the 48, so that's going to be a 65. That is a big number. 65 is a huge number. I go Festering Vapors here, now we go Regen. Just keep spamming it. 6 rounds of using Rejuvenating Vapors. This is why you bring Tears of the Lost. Plus Restoration Duration, it doesn't look too impactful, but oh, it hurts. It really hurts to play against. It just regens for so long that you can't wait it out. You can't... Yeah, you really just can't wait it out, because against a normal regen, you can kind of getting away with waiting it out, or like counter DOTing it by just enough. But with an improved regen, it's so difficult. You need a really good offense to just break through. I think we actually... Oh no, he changed guards. Oh, he changed guards to the men, to the Abomination. Well, in that case, I'm gonna bully the Leper, and we're gonna go back to that. I don't mind this one bit. I am slowly but surely dismantling your team, and I'm loving it. What do you do right now if you're this A-bomb? Oh, he's gonna use the second transformation. Okay, once that one's gone, my guard's actually gonna start being useful, because then I can guard whoever I want, and I think I just win the match at that point. So you really need to get a kill right now if you're, you know, if you're my opponent. If you're like Chicken Lover, I'm just gonna call him Chicken Lover. I think that's fine. He's gonna slam the he missed the slam. Oh, that's so wonderful. He actually missed the slam with Battle Ballad. Yeah, he missed the slam with Battle Ballad. I don't know how that's possible, but it is very funny. On the 0 dodge Flagellant 2. Damn. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna drop another Bellow here, keep getting those debuffs, and let's see, how much is the Leper at? He's at -3, so his damage, yeah, it's really down the drain. There's still recovery now weighing in as well. It's laughable how much damage he can actually do. Like, my Flagellant at this point is pretty much unkillable. Even if you move forward with the Jester and you drop a Finale, like, you have at least 1 Bellow debuff on you, because Eerie Eye is helping me get those debuffs. And I have 30 prot. 30 prot means that your damage... let's see, how big does it get? It's never... Okay, it's gonna stay at... It's gonna go down to 240 if he wants to move forward, because then he's gonna lose one of the buffs that he did round 1. So he's never gonna have more than 6 buffs, and 6 buffs is gonna be 14, 16, 18, 21, like 24 damage to maybe like 40, I think. And if you get a crit on that, it's gonna be like 51. And against 30 prot, it's still not enough if I have my entire health bar, believe it or not. It's still not enough. I'm gonna drop another regen here. I could have gone Festering Vapors, but it was too late on the bar for me to actually consider that possibility, because I was actually just calculating the finale numbers. So I think that he needs a crit if he wants to even have a chance of finalling my flash. And even then it's probably not going to be enough because I just have too much HP and too much prot. I think. I haven't even counted Bellow debuffs. And Bellow debuffs are going to make that that whole idea a lot worse. The Leper's already ticking down to 0, so I don't think that would be a good idea. I'm just going to go for the Reign of Sorrows here. Of course, that it absolutely tickles my flash because, well, no one cares about Man-at-Arms Repulsed if there isn't a shield spike. Especially if there's like one Bell debuff. Oh, it's gonna be tickling. And that is a tickle, like 4 damage. That's just clearing my stress. I don't mind. I don't mind that one bit. This is a really tough spot for my opponent here. He needs to kill my Hellion. He needs to, you know, just do something. But the thing is, with the Affliction, even if my Affliction just decides, you know, I'm gonna pass or I'm gonna hit myself, which is even worse at this point, even if that happens, I still have regen. So unlike the self-heal, where you have to click and you have to rely on your action to heal yourself, if you have regen, it doesn't matter if you're afflicted, you can still regen out of this door. I'm not saying that regen is the biggest counter to stress, because it definitely isn't. Stress kind of counters regen, because the HP probably won't matter when you're getting heart attacked left and right. But regen, definitely good. Oh, it is so good. So good. That's absolutely wonders this match. If I had, instead of this Antiquarian, if I had like, I don't know, an Occultist. I mean, if I had an Occultist, I would have absolutely destroyed his team by now. But yeah, if I had like an Arbalist, for support, I probably still would have dealt like 0 stress total. And oh, that chop actually does enough, but yeah, once again I can just click here and I'll be fine. I'll just click, drop another Yob, and this might be the Affliction now, right? No, that's gonna be a self-heal. Well, that's okay, that's honestly okay. Regen's going away, but yeah, if I had like an Arbalist, I would be able to preemptively heal, and I'd probably have a healing trinket to heal like some amount. But you can't really compare a bandage heal to just healing all your characters for 12 HP total, not counting crits. Like, regen is insane. 3 points for 3 rounds, and with this it's 3 points for 4 rounds, so that's like 12 on each and every one. It's too brutal. How can you pass up on that? You really can't. You really can't pass up on that. I'm so waiting for that A-bomb to go afflicted. He's gonna go afflicted soon. Like, the clock is ticking for Mr. Chicken here. It really is ticking. Yeah. Because the afflictions are coming and you can't keep curing stress on everyone. This firing tune is good, but it's not that good. It's really not that good. It's okay. It's an okay trinket. And I mean, it's an okay ability. If you have a crazy team and you are a crazy person, of course, I don't recommend anyone using Aspiring Tune. I definitely think that the Musketeer Stress Heal team is way better and way more reliable than this. He's gonna go for the chop. Oh, just enough. Oh, this might be what my opponent needs here. He's gonna have a double death blow shot now with that retribution and the abomination action. So I'm kind of gonna try preventing that by going for Festering Vapors here. It's gonna hit that A-bomb, but it doesn't get a kill. But I think he's gonna go afflicted, right? I think he's gonna go afflicted soon. He has plus stress taken and he has minus stress taken, but the plus is gonna be enough. So he's gonna go afflicted, which means he has to go for a stun, but he should still most likely get a stun here, especially considering I'm afflicted. And that's also gonna be a Death Door check, but honestly, even if the Hellion dies at this point, I think she did an okay job. Like, she actually just kept her own. And even with these garbage trinkets, she was tanky enough to just withstand the pressure that was put against us. So, good job, Hellion. I think you actually did okay for once. I'm gonna drop another Reign of Sorrows here because, I mean, there is a point of hitting the Slipper. The punish would probably get him afflicted, and I probably should have done that, but I just thought that, you know, let's go Reign of Souls, let's get more afflictions, more damage on the backline, it's gonna be way better. Wait, why didn't you Retribution for the kill? Oh, you monkey, I gave you a choice. I gave you, like, a chance. It was a 17% chance and you didn't take it. You're crazy, my guy, you're absolutely crazy. Why didn't you take that? Maybe he was scared of the Ankh of Life, you know? Maybe he was scared of the Ankh. It's scary, you know, that 10 dodge and 8% death blow rates. Like, who wants to roll for a 17 death store check? Like, no one wants to do that. You know it's probably gonna fail. I guess that's the reason why he did it. Oh, Inspiring Tune on Man-at-Arms. Well, there goes our affliction. But we are gonna get an affliction on everyone else, so that's nice. Bellow here, right? Yeah, always bellow. Or, actually, can I start guarding? I'm selfish now, so please don't pass. Selfish. Is that a move back? Oh no, that's just some stress. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna guard and, yeah, of course, Hopeless says no. Maybe do I bolster around 9? Should have I bolstered earlier instead of instead of just spamming those battle debuffs? Probably yes, actually. Probably yes. I should have bolstered by like round 2, maybe even round 1, honestly. I should have just bolstered immediately because I would have gotten a lot more dodges and a lot less stress would have been dealt to me. So I probably should have done that, but it's okay. We definitely needed those battle debuffs. Oh, that's not a good affliction to get on a leper. Paranoid is not a good affliction. Is that oh, that's a Solemnity Act out. Okay, that's not too bad for you. But the problem with Paranoid is that it's reducing your damage by 25%, and it also has a chance of moving back, which isn't all that good at all. But we're just gonna keep going and see how this actually happens here. I think it's gonna be a Festering Vapors on the save on right now. I might just be able to get the kill here. Or it's gonna be a dodge. Yeah, that's kind of what happens with the Antiquarian. Her offensive capabilities, without a command or a Materia Pestis or just anything like that, is really gonna suffer if there's like any sort of dodge or any sort of minus stress taken. Because she's like the definition of tickling. Festering Vapors... oh, how do I put this? Festering Vapors is to Hound's Harry what Pepsi is to Coca-Cola. I think that's gonna be it, because they're both AoE abilities, right? I'm calling Coca-Cola an AoE ability. Yeah, they're both AoE abilities, they both do DOT, they both do stress. But Coca-Cola just tastes so much better, doesn't it? Especially when it crits, it just tastes so much better. At least it's my opinion. That is my opinion. I think it's way better. Not sponsored, by the way. Sponsor me, Coca-Cola. The Jester went Fearful, so... Ironic that he couldn't save himself. He could save others, but not himself. I think that's the quote from Palpatine in Star Wars, yeah. Ironic, he could save others from death, but not himself. Instead he replaced it with afflictions, and yeah, he just put the Jester on there. So, Paranoid, minus 25% damage, minus 40, minus 5. It just means that the leper is tickling. Come on, go for a chop on my Flagellant. I think he's doing like 10 damage right now with a chop. Oh, he's finally gonna go for the finale. Just move forward to position 1. He says no twice! Oh, he just stress heals himself. The panic that my opponent must have felt right there. The absolute panic. Wait, how many buffs did you have there for a second? 320? That's insane. It's absolutely insane. I actually want to see that Jester finale. I actually want to see it. Fearful is minus 25 damage too, like Paranoid. But I actually want to see it. I do want to see it, so I think I'm not going to focus that Jester for a little bit. I'm going to drop a punish on this leper instead and make him hurt. Oh, that's going to make him hurt indeed. Oh, that's gonna make him hurt. That's a little bit of stress, right? That's fine. And, yeah, those act-outs are okay. They don't mean anything. So, Leper is not quite at the store yet, I don't think. A 10 doesn't go up to 13, right? No, 8. Yeah, 8 doesn't go up to 13, no way. 8 goes up to 9 because of that revenge debuff. And right now, you know, even if you keep hitting the Hellion, you know what happens. Oh, wait. No way. No way. Are you kidding me? The Hellion finally died. The Hellion actually died to that double crit. What the hell? Hellion? Oh, I did not expect that to happen. I actually thought she was gonna live. Wow, I'm surprised. I'm so surprised. And shocked that Hellion actually died. How do you even do enough stress? Well, crits do 10 stress, so that's like 13 plus 5, so that was like 18. Wait, how did she even take enough stress? Like, she took 25, right? So a crit would have dealt, like 13, because she was at the store. So it would have dealt 18 with the death door, so it should have put her at 193 stress. Did the Flagellant dropping to death door too? Or like, did the crit on the Flagellant make her take an extra 5 stress, but it was actually 7? Because she was at death door, and then she just died from that. That's gotta be the math. Yeah, that's gotta be the math. That's insane. That's actually brutal. I think that the play here is definitely going to be to bellow, and honestly I'm not even joking when I say my opponent has a win chance right now, because if you just move this Jester to position 1 and you finale crit my flagellant right now, I think you win. I'm not even joking when I say that. He's gonna go for a chop. Let's see, 9 damage. Oh, it tickles. It really tickles. Wait, does it? Does it tickle? You can finale that. Oh, I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm so gonna go Defender. Yeah, I am 100% gonna go Defender and just call it a day at that. Let's drop another Festering Vapors here. 25 Death Blow. Ouch. No justice. Absolutely no justice in this world. But I do want to see that. I do want to see that finale with all those buffs. Come on, show us what the finale crit can do. I want to have a thumbnail for this video. There's 3 bellow debuffs, but one of them is gonna go away right now. So you move forward to position 1, right? Yeah, you do. I'm definitely not gonna bellow right now. You know what? Let's make this interesting. I'm gonna let him finale my flash. I think that's not gonna be too big of a concern. I'm gonna give myself more accuracy instead of going for a guard, and I'm gonna go Rain of Sorrows on that Man-at-Arms. Oh no, there's no point to go Rain of Sorrows, you just go Punish on the Jester and then you hit the Man-at-Arms directly, so that's okay. He's also gonna go Command for the extra... Oh, that's a good idea. For the extra damage and crit while guarded? Oh, that's nice. I'm definitely gonna Punish here, so I'm 100% misplaying letting him go for a finale on my flash, because I think he will do enough. Even with the bellow debuffs and the 30 prod, because that's a lot of that's a lot of buffs right there. Does he do enough though? I don't know. I actually don't know, because that's a lot of buffs. But Paranoid, I mean Fearful. Well, Fearful is getting countered by the command, and that's 6 buffs. Oh, he's gonna do another command. Yes, you madman. Go for all the commands you want. I think we bolster here, or we pass. Okay, that's fine. Come on, give us an awe-inspiring. Oh my God, I saw it a mile away. Of course he was gonna pass. Yeah, it's Fearful. What can he do? You know what? We're gonna stall for a little bit. I don't mind. We are gonna stall for a little bit. I think that right now I move for a take cover. So I don't want to purposely like disrespect my opponent here by making him think I'm like giving him the win. I'm just gonna go for suboptimal plays. Like, I'm gonna clear this corpse, right? I'm clearing corpses, that's fine, and I'm gonna make sure that my anti-current is stealth, so if you wanted to finale her, then now you won't, so it's not a horrible play, right? Okay, he's gonna go for the finale now. Let's see, does he do enough damage? Oh, he's looking at it. Does it do enough? Oh, it crits for 32! That's a big amount! Okay, this is gonna become interesting. Does he actually still have a win chance? Because keep in mind that this Jester can just go Inspiring Tune and cure a lot of stress. But also keep in mind that I have 2 command buffs right now and I have Festering Vapors. So I might just be able to get that Man-at-Arms out of here pretty quick. Oh yeah, I don't think there's a winning chance. Anti-Current is probably just too strong right now. If you got bellow debuffs on me, maybe I do 0 damage, but yeah, he's just gonna surrender. So big GG to my opponent, Chicken Lover here, and I hope you enjoyed the team. If you want to make it good, or if you want to make it playable, replace the trinkets on the Hellion, give her Armored Vest and give her Eerie Eye, or give her Armored Vest and give her Hemlock, so she actually blights when she yops, which I guess her what do you put it? Her breath is so vile that it's actually acidic. Ew. I think that's what Hemlock is like. Maybe she chews on the Hemlock and then she spits it out. Oh, that's nasty. That's really nasty. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.